and the airplane is rock steady with no
waving,
no waving
shaking
at all. Nope.
Hello again and welcome to the HobbyKing New York studio. My name is Matt and today I've got something pretty cool for you. Recently we debuted the Avios brand at HobbyKing, which is our larger brand of high-end models and aircraft, and I promised you guys that a bunch of new stuff was coming. This of course is the Sea Fury that you saw then. Got something really great right over here. This is also a Sea Fury, but not just any Sea Fury. This is the Raff Reno Racer. Now, this aircraft is modeled after the Reno Racer owned by Mike Keenum, number 99. This is a famous thing. It's been out in the Reno Races since the mid-'80s. A lot of these aircraft were created basically after the war ended and these things started getting scrapped. Private owners with deep pockets started buying them up, cleaning up the airframes, stripping off the guns, the antennas, anything else that would have slowed the plane down, and making them into racecraft to fly around the desert. A lot of these things are approaching 400 miles an hour, or even better than 400 miles an hour. Really, really amazing stuff. So guys, as usual, this thing comes in a particularly decorative box with all of the information listed on it. Gonna tell you the ESC, we've got 60 amp ESC, 36, 48, 400 kV motor. Why only 400 kV? Because this beast flies on 6 cell instead of 4. This thing is very, very fast. It's very, very powerful. It's gonna fly on like a 3300 to 3700 6 cell pack. Also, because this is a little bit stripped down relative to the other Sea Fury, you don't have those drop tanks. You still have the flaps, the retracts, and the lights, but you can get away with just a 6-channel receiver. So all you're gonna need besides what's in this box is your radio, your 6-channel receiver, and your 6S battery. So you guys don't really care much about the box itself. All you are concerned about is what is in it. So let's start with that. Right away you can see same excellent packaging and packing job that is the hallmark of the Avios and Durafly lines. And here is, of course, the main wing. So this is a very, very cool scheme. We can already see a lot of black, a lot of white, a lot of red. Not as many parts in this box as there were in the box for the regular Sea Fury, of course. This one does come only with the 4-bladed prop, not the 5-bladed prop. The Reno Racer, the actual full-scale version of this aircraft, is flying on a prop from a Corsair. A lot of the racers prefer Corsair props and Wright motors. All important control horns, connecting rods, and little bits. Replaceable prop blades and adapter, just like the military Sea Fury. The Reno Racer version does come with this prop that is individual blades, so that's kind of nice. If you strike a blade or something on a landing, you don't have to scrap the whole prop. You can just replace the individual blade, and also ordering a set of those blades and keeping them around. So horizontal stabilizers here, just like the other Sea Fury or any model in the intended Avios line. No glue, this is all snap together, screw together assembly. That is beast.
That is beautiful.
That is absolutely beautiful. Says James from behind the camera goes, dang, because with the Riff Raff sticker. It looks fast standing still. I can't wait to get it together and see how fast it is when it goes outside. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna set this box aside. I'm gonna get this thing bolted together and assembled. And of course, as always, I'll be calling up my buddy, Tom Hunt, and we'll head out to the field, get his impression on the scale and the feel of this aircraft, and we'll do some flying. Let's go. So just like on the military version of the Sea Fury, this Sea Fury features the plug-and-play board with the 4 connections. Assembly couldn't be simpler. So guys, one thing when you're building anything, whether it's a foamy, a car, what have you, have a servo tester around, I'm about to use this one so I can put the gear down on this aircraft and do little things like that before you finish your whole assembly. Indispensable tool. Okay guys, so we are out at the field with our Reno Racer Sea Fury. Now, you guys remember Tom Hunt, our friend and scale consultant here. He has out, we did the video with the original Sea Fury, and we've got the 6S version here. Tom, tell me a little about this thing.
Well, the model is called Raff, and it's a Reno Racer. It's been around for some time. Sea Fury is a very popular Reno Racer if you can get a hold of one and you got the money. It flies obviously exactly the same as the Warbird version as far as I'm concerned, standing behind the sticks, but because it is now a 6S version with a different motor and bigger speed controller, it's much faster.
Very, very cool. We should point out as well that we are flying this today for this video on a 2-blade. What prop is this?
1310 APC electric prop.
Okay, so APC electric 13x10 prop that we've got in this guy in a modified 4-blade spinner. We've done that because basically you get a lot more speed for your...
the same amount of power.
Right, for the same amount of current, it goes a lot quicker. It's a really fun, easy mod. I will show you guys how that's done, but in the meantime, what you really want to see is this thing flying. Let's get to it. Pin it to win it.
Okay.
Probably worth noting, it is very slightly tricky to get off on this particularly spongy grass. This thing, you do want to feed a lot of up elevator as you're getting out of here.
Yes. You basically have to hold quite a bit of back sticks while you're going on the grass, and then as you gain some speed, take that elevator off and let it break ground naturally on its own. Because it's a fairly light airplane with lots of power, it doesn't really take that much effort to get it in the air. And as I mentioned, it flies very well, just like the Warbird version, has generous tail moments, lots of tail area, and it's just a good stable airplane in the air. I liken it very much to like a P-47 Jug or a Corsair, which had very good moments, lots of wing, lots of area in the tails, and the airplane just flies so smooth with the expo down, you know, so that you can dampen out any of the nastiness that comes out of your fingers. But it's a real smooth airplane flying.
Wow, looks great.
It grooves.
You're really only.
I'm about half throttle right now. Yeah,
throttle, something like that.
And
it's cooking.
It's not full speed, obviously, but it's definitely very comfortable speed. Very much like the 4S was at a much higher throttle setting. Mm-hmm. And when you go to full throttle, you really notice it. It's like a little afterburner. And you can pull the nose up and basically just fly vertically for almost as long as you want.
Wow, look at him go.
Wait for the speed to bleed. Stall turn.
Oh, nice. Wow.
And we've got about a 6 to 8 knot wind this morning.
It's blowing a little, yeah.
Yeah, it's blowing a little bit. It's from a good direction at my field. It's not coming over the tops of the trees, so it's not very turbulent. And the airplane is rock steady with no
waving,
no waving
shaking.
at all. Nope. And it does not take a lot of elevator to make it do what you want, like a good Reno Racer. Just a breath on the stick with the CG as quoted in the instructions, and it just a groovy model.
Man, I love the look.
I do want to warn people who are going to fly this airplane on gray days. The white disappears.
Yeah.
You end up flying a 2.5, probably a 2-foot span black airplane when it's a gray day.
That's all you see.
All you see is the black.
We're being greeted with a Robinson pass.
Yeah. And the red, obviously, in low light condition turns to black too. So there's no real difference between looking at the red of the cowl or the black on the wing. It just all is black. So it can be a difficult airplane to fly on a gray day unless you keep it really close.
It does have the position LEDs and stuff in the wings and the usual scale details you'd expect from Avios, although in this particular instance we can't see any of them because it's bright outside.
Yes. It's a good early spring day, little
Beautiful
humidity,
day.
Just a little humidity in the air, making the sky not quite so crisp blue like it is during the winter. But I have no trouble at all on a day like today seeing this airplane. The white is brilliant, stands out very well against even the hazier parts of the sky. But
I'm just noticing now you're not having any difficulty, but it is pretty symmetrical scheme-wise, top and bottom as well.
yes, you don't get much difference in the way the airplane looks upside down or right side up. So the clue is really only going to be your vertical tail.
Yeah, sure. And which way it wiggles when you move the stick.
Yeah. And the inverted flight, just a touch of a little bit of down elevator on the back side, upside down, to make it
do that.
Make it stay level.
Okay.
So it really is an impressive airplane as far as the flight quality.
Dynamics go.
Yep. I can understand why the Reno Racer guys like this airplane so much, because it's got lots of horsepower. It's a very forgiving airplane. All right, I've been beating up the sky for a few minutes here. I'm going to make my base leg and think about dropping the gear.
All right.
Gear down.
Any flap tips or landing
If
suggestions?
there's a breeze blowing, you might not want to use full flaps.
Okay.
But calm days, certainly full flaps is fine. About a half flap for a little breeze, and I've got a little breeze here. I'm just going to go half flaps. And for you guys flying it off of the grass, I would try and three-point it as much as you can.
So guys, that's gonna do it for the Avios Sea Fury Riff Raff Reno Racer, which is a mouthful. Thanks again, Tom, for your help as always. We appreciate your flying and your thumbs and helping us out a lot.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Like I said, the Sea Fury, both versions, great flying airplanes, well worth it. Thanks.
Very cool. So guys, out at the field, I mentioned that we were flying this thing on a 13x10 APC prop. That is a 2-blade prop. Why you might want to do that, as you know, the model comes with the 4-blade prop and spinner, just like the Warbird version of the Sea Fury. And as you can see, you assemble the prop, pop it in the spinner, and off you go. Now, if you want that real high-speed performance and sort of more exciting flying that Tom and I got out at the field, you will want to switch to the 2-blade. So to use the 2-blade spinner is pretty straightforward. You really just want to get yourself an extra spinner from the Sea Fury. You can get the blue one, as I've done here, and just spray paint it black. You're gonna make a couple of cutouts to clear that 13x10 prop. Then you want to put this whole thing back together and balance it up before you fly. That's really all there is to it, guys. There was no overheating issues, nothing like that. We're getting great power out of this thing with the 13x10, really, really fast in the sky. Guys, that's gonna do it for this Reno Racer Riff Raff Sea Fury. This thing really is a blast, kind of a bigger model for you speed freaks out there. Still has retracts and cool scale details, but really flies very, very fast. Another awesome, awesome model from Avios. Stay tuned for more of those product profiles.